going on, gang? It's your boy Jay Nice. This is Highly Opinionated, and today we'll be talking about guns. So, I want to cover a gun that I have that I've been using for quite a while. I probably had about 1,200 rounds through it. I shoot it quite often. A little backstory on it. I went to the gun store. I was looking to buy a Glock 45 Gen 5. For some reason, I'm kind of obsessed with them, even though I don't have one yet. But the dude was like, hey man, you come in here a lot. Have you ever seen the Shadow? And I'm like, I saw something on YouTube about it, but I always kind of wanted to do a little project myself and like just work up a Glock, build me a fancy Glock, right? But he showed me the gun, and when he put it in my hand, I fell in love with it, right? So the gun we're talking about is the Shadow Systems DR920 Elite. Okay, the Elite has the Elite in the combat. They have Elite in the combat. The combat is just a difference in the slide. So the Elite has windows on both sides, and the combat doesn't. Okay, so but first we're clear within the chamber. Point, boom, boom, boom. All right, so but the first thing I noticed when he gave it to me, I put it in my hand. I was like, oh. Baby, I like that. You know, if you're used to picking up a Glock or the only other gun I had that grip was okay. It was like a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. I like that grips. But I like this, and so I got to play around with it. The slide is real light, so that's one thing I noticed. Easy to grab, pretty. All right, so it's pretty much everything I would have done to a Glock that I wanted to do, right? So I want to get the price out of the way. I paid like right at $1,000 for it, which wasn't too bad if you think about it. I mean, most people who are into guns, the first thing they do is replace the barrel. They put saturations on the front, trigger, mag wells, stippling, all them things. They cost a lot of money. Okay, so most people, when they build up their Glocks, they usually spend upwards of $1,500 or more, to be honest with you, depending on who you're using for parts, internals and ambidextrous parts and extended parts and all that kind of stuff. You can get really expensive into these striker fire polymer guns. But back to the gun, it's light. I think it comes in around like 21 ounces or something like that. So it's incredibly light, but for a carry gun, it's the role as a duty gun, right? So it can be used for anything from I think they market it towards police officers, security officers, anybody that would carry a gun using it for a certain purpose, right? For a job. It's the same size like a Glock 17. So this is basically what it is, a Glock 17. I think they have like an MR 920 or the other lines that are more Glock 19 size. 4-inch barrel with the Glock 19 handle, but it says 17 frame. So also I think it's modeled after Gen 4, so all Gen 4 parts that go into it. All of them are optic ready. They come with this bag of like back filling slots, so they have a list of certain optics that go with it, and all these little pins. So the thing about this is there's no plates. So it mounts directly into the slide. So they work their little magic, and so instead of buying all these plates like most companies do, they make you buy the plate for each different kind of optic, if it doesn't fit. And them plates are, sometimes they can be $40, $50, you know what I mean? So for them to put a new type of mounting system in here where you can just put most of any kind of well-known optic up here and just use the screws that they give you, so it'll go deeper into it. I haven't tried it yet, but I plan on trying it. One thing I did, I changed out the sights. I put suppressor height sights on it, just so that when I do put a optic on it, I can co-witness. Like I said, I put probably more than 1,200 rounds through it. I haven't had a single malfunction with it at all. The only thing I can say when shooting it It's pretty light, so it's a little snappy. But the way the back straps, right? So the grip helps with that, right? So you can grip this gun, and it's snappy, but you can control it. You can mitigate the recoil by the handle, right? So by the texture, the form of the grip. And so they include these back straps, which a lot of other people do too. But the way they do them, it gives you more of a form hand fit, right? So some back straps, they come out in the bottom, so it'll hump you up. So usually you'll be lower on the gun, so you have to bring your aim up, right? So I put the smallest one up here, which gives me more of a 1911 point. So when I point the gun, I'm pointing where the bullet is supposed to go, right? So I like that, man. So I put the smallest one up here, big trigger guard. The trigger's okay. I haven't seen the need to do anything to it. You can shoot fast with this thing. You can run it. You can really run it. But I like it, man. I carry it. This is usually what I carry every day. Between that and my Glock 19, it's usually what I carry. For a duty gun, I don't know, like, I think I want something a little heavier. I mean, you can, it comes with a 1913, well, no, not 1913, but it comes with a Picatinny rail. This is not 1913, but it comes with a Picatinny rail. You can put any kind of light up here. It comes with a mag well too, also, which is pretty cool because we know how expensive mag wells are. If you're buying a mag well from like Killer Innovations or somebody like that, you're gonna spend like $80 on a mag well. So they give you a polymer mag well, but it fits good. It fits right into the back strap. Works, you know what I mean? The only thing is it's not adding a weight. So I mean, in the future I probably will buy aluminum back straps for a little weight. But I've shot this with a light on it, what is it, Crimson Trace light, and an extended magazine, and it balanced out fine. I had no issues. And it helped with the recoil, so. But overall, I love the gun, man. The fancy barrel I would have bought, which would have cost me about, what, $200 to $250, you know, for a barrel to get slide work, to get stippling, and you know what I mean? It's gonna run you. So for me to pay $1,000 for it, I felt pretty good with that. We have other ones like the Zebs, Z09, they're like $1,500 guns. I haven't shot one, so I can't really compare it, but I'm happy with this. And I haven't had the need to put any other work into it. I use it pretty much how it is, except for that spring change I told you about. But other than that, man, I love it. Yeah, I got a video of just shooting around, plinking around at some steel targets on my page also, so you can check it out. Please do. But yeah, I love this gun, man. It's real smooth too. Another thing is too, when you wear it, people like it, you know? Glock is like the most famous gun in the world. You know what I mean? So anytime you get anything that looks kind of like Glock and got a little fancy barrel, adds a little spice you want to it, and it has a great grip. I think people underestimate how good a grip is when shooting guns, and especially if you want to shoot like USPSA, which I'm trying to get into myself. So I've been trying to get certain guns I think that'll be good for me to use and for backup guns, and you know, guns that are kind of similar so that when I train, I don't always have to use the same gun. But I'll still be familiar with the same components if it's the same kind of gun, same pointability and everything. The only other gun I have that points as well as this gun is probably like one of my CZs. But we'll get into that when I show you that, right? But yeah, man, Shadow Systems DR920, go copy one. It's your boy J Nice. Remember, like, subscribe, comment any kind of guns you want to see. If I messed up on anything, if you know anything else additionally about this, if you have one, tell me your experiences on it. You know, tell me how many rounds you got through it. Have you had any malfunctions, modifications you've done? Just let me know. Talk to me. Okay? I'm out.